Time for a crypto market update, February 26th, evening edition 2026. As always, give me a number 3 in the comments, share this with a friend, and maybe bookmark it for later if you need to watch it over again. Well, the story of the day is not a crypto story necessarily. It's Jack Dorsey, the former founder of Twitter, who is now the CEO of Block, announced that he's cutting 40% of their 10,000 employees thanks to AI and the development and the efficiencies. And, well, the stock answered in a massive rally. Now, Dorsey is one of the more outspoken Bitcoin bulls out there, so I just thought I would bring this up. It is very correlated with the Bitcoin agentic AI crypto movement, and it's significant for those of us in the workforce or people who have jobs that are at stake. In other news, the Fed liquidity has now increased by 5% since the start of 2025. Well, that's because the quantitative easing or quantitative tightening has ceased, and we're staging for quantitative easing. Also, although prices have been stagnant, if not down a little today, this is the IGV. This is the ETF for the software sector in the stock market. And you might be wondering, Josh, I thought you were a crypto guy. Why are you talking about the software stocks? Well, this ETF has been highly correlated, 90 to 95% correlated to the Bitcoin price action. So keep your eyes on IGV. It could front run Bitcoin, and it's now breaking out of a trend above the 10-day moving average with some really decent buy pressure or buy volume on the last few daily candles. Also, the other standout on the global stage is the Korean ETF. The Korean market is going bananas right now. Again, as a reminder from previous videos, when you see international markets, that is for those of us in the US, North America, international markets are speculative markets. It is a place for rotation and liquidity to move from high points in certain asset classes like the S&P 500, Dow Jones, etc., into more speculative, higher multiple beta plays, a predecessor to crypto. We also see, just from a positioning standpoint, that Bitcoin's as inexpensive as it's ever been in relation to the M2 money supply or the global liquidity index as a whole. This is the 200-day moving average behind me, and Bitcoin has moved into the bottoming quantile. Also very bullish, this is the heat map where all of the liquidity is on the Bitcoin chart. If you'll notice, we're here, and all of that liquidity right up here is a massive short squeeze waiting to happen. As always,